In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful. Peace and blessings be upon the Prophet and his pure progeny. They say that they're the religion of peace and tolerance, love for all, hate for none. The Ahmadi religion of peace and light, led by Abdullah Hashim, has been actively marketing itself in the West as progressive, open, and inclusive to all.
He wants them.
Yes.
Like we actively want them to come. I really hope that we have all kinds of people enter into the call from the LGBTQ community. And I hope that this is one of those things that we become known for. I am proud. Other people shy away from this. Other people are ashamed of this. Other people don't want to be associated with this. I want to be known and associated with our doors being open for them and for everybody else on the face of the planet.
So there you have it, the Mahdi of the homosexuals. Out of desperation to recruit followers, they've contradicted their own core teachings. Let's have a look at what they say regarding homosexuality. In the third covenant of their own book, The Goal of the Wise, it's written, "The natural disposition is that males are attracted to females, and vice versa. Homosexuality is a deviation from this." They also say most people who are homosexual became that way through being victims of child abuse or had one parent or grandparent who was a homosexual. This is not their fault, but their feelings are not natural. So let's be clear. While they claim to be tolerant, they still define homosexuality as a deviation, a result of trauma or corruption, unnatural. Further to this, in door number 20, their supposed Imam Ahmad al-Hassan makes it even clearer. This jurisprudence now states that this is forbidden. Abdullah Hashim asks, but will it be permissible in the future? Ahmad al-Hassan replied, no. Now this means, according to their own leader, homosexuality is permanently forbidden. Yet Abdullah Hashim and his cronies go out publicly pretending to accept LGBTQ plus individuals.
These people don't have a disease. These people, they only have a different sexual orientation. And so I refuse, the religion refuses, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala refuses that anybody condemn these people.
Hello, sir. How are you doing?
Well, I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Thank you, sir. I had two questions.
Okay.
Oh, is homosexuality a sin in your community?
Sexuals, this faith is open to everybody, and that's all I have to say regarding that.
So why do they claim to call people to give bay'ah or allegiance to Allah when they themselves are publicly disobeying their own Imam and teachings? Their slogan is, "We are calling to divine allegiance."
Family of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam referring to the banner, and they called it their banner. We, the Ahlul Bayt, have a banner. It's written on it, allegiances to God. Now, what we know about Ahlul Bayt alayhim as-salam is that they serve God, they work for God, everything they do, everything they breathe, everything they utter is in the service of subhanahu wa ta'ala. Their purpose, essentially, is servitude to God, submission to God. So when we have this statement, allegiances to God, and this is what they're calling the people to, obviously it's a marker, it's a sign that whoever is behind this banner represents God. Therefore, pay attention.
But at the same time, they're lying and deceiving about one of the most explicit rulings given by their own so-called divinely appointed leader, the first Mahdi, Ahmad al-Hassan. So they either follow the Imam or they're lying about their religion. You can't have it both ways. This is not sincerity. This is strategic deception. And if you thought the contradictions stopped there, you're wrong. When the community leaders are asked about incest, they often dodge the question, claiming that this matter has not been discussed in public.
Any other questions that you have about the Mahdi?
Incest allowed?
Okay, look, unfortunately, I guess you're not taking this very seriously. So I'm just gonna have to put you down, but it's all good. Inshallah, I hope that you can read the book, The Goal of the Wise.
So look, this is, this isn't something which has been publicly spoken about by Abu Sadiq from his piece. He hasn't spoken about the topic of incest, so I'm not gonna go ahead and speak about that. You know, this is a live stream where we're talking about the fact that the Mehdi has appeared. Do you have any sort of questions which are pertaining to that? Look, like I said, this is not what the live stream is about.
But their book says otherwise. In door number 11, the following exchange is recorded. Abdullah Hashim asked, so will it be allowed to marry your blood siblings as it was for Abraham and Sarah, or Enoch and Isis, and the children of Adam? Ahmad al-Hassan replied, yes. What it's not allowed is to marry your own siblings in the soul world. Let that sink in. They literally say incest is allowed, and the only condition is that the person isn't your soul sibling, a metaphysical concept that no one can verify. But their own teachings collapse on themselves. In the very same chapter, they say, verily, the believers are siblings. So if the believers are soul siblings, and marrying a soul sibling is forbidden, it means all the so-called Ansar, or the helpers in the community, who are married have entered into forbidden relationships, which leaves us with two absurd choices. Either no two believers can marry, or the doctrine is contradictory web of spiritual wordplay used to justify taboo relationships. But then would it surprise us, since these are the very same people who believe that most children don't have souls? There you have it, the so-called peace and light. On one hand, they claim to be progressive, loving, inclusive. On the other hand, they stigmatize homosexuals and justify incest. They call to the allegiance of God whilst disobeying their own Imam. This is not a religion of peace. This is not enlightenment. This is deception. And the more you read the teachings, the more you realize the Ahmadi religion of peace and light is a cult wrapped in contradictions, exploiting Western liberalism while secretly promoting dangerous, disturbing, and disgusting beliefs. Wa alaikum salam.